is where we're from. The 12 tribes of Israel. In 721 BC, the Assyrian king, he took us down, we fell. With a great escape we went through the Euphrates. The Lord held the water still. To a land where no mankind dwelt, we went. 12 tribes of Israel. That's who we be. Manasseh, the Cubans, Ephraim from Puerto Rico, Naphtali from the Isles of Hawaii. The Lord is calling back Israel. Zebulon from Panama, Gad, the North American Indians, Simeon, the Dominicans. Our highest gathering Israel.
The Arabs and Africans told us
At gunpoint.
to gather our wives and children, then sold us.
In the belly of these great ships we traveled in fear. By the rivers of Babylon we found our brothers here.
A high gatherer
Asher in Colombia, Reuben from Australia, Issachar, the Mexicans. Our highest gathering Israel. Judah, the Negroes, Benjamin, the West Indians, Levi, the Haitians.
a highest gathering in Israel.
That's right, he's gathering Israel.
Asher in Colombia, Reuben from Australia, Issachar, the Mexicans. That's who we be. Judah, the Negroes, Benjamin, the West Indians, Levi, the Haitians. Manasseh, the Cubans, Ephraim from Puerto Rico, Naphtali from the Isles of Hawaii. The Lord is calling back Israel. Zebulon from Panama, Gad, the North American Indians, Simeon, the Dominicans. Our highest gathering Israel.
That's right, that's right, that's right. The Most High is gathering Israel. I'm Elder Ricard Shiar. I'm here along with Elder Gabar. We have Elder Lawyer also working in the background, can call at any time. We're here for a broadcast because I know a lot of you probably are feeling melancholy. Something is going on in the earth where everything is standing still. It's like we're living in the calm before the storm. And guess what, brothers and sisters? I'm just here, Elder Ricard Shiar, to do what? To assure you that everything that's going on was prophesied, and our God seen this moment. And while they have the whole earth in uncertainty and all that, and confused to what this is, that's right. We're here to secure the saints in preparation for what's to come. Okay? We're here as watchmen to help our brothers and sisters persevere through this with the word. There's so many things going on, and it's going to be a deep year. It's going to be a deep year, brothers and sisters. But ye that endure unto the end, what? The same shall be saved. And that's why I titled this. And I'm not going to be on long because I really want also to open it up where we're receiving your phone calls, okay? And that's what I really want to focus on. Enduring through the storm. This world is dealing with their new year resolutions without understanding, you know, what's coming down the pipeline. And it's hard for people to even make resolutions right now in this uncertain environment, in this uncertain climate, literally. So people have their New Year's resolutions on hold. Right? So I'm here, brothers and sisters, to let you all know this evening, this Friday, everyone was shooting guns and all that last night, Happy New Year's and all that, and it's like it's going out with a dud because no one can get together and all that. I'm like, the Most High is doing something. He's slowing the earth up so brothers and sisters can start reflecting, thinking, to think. And now your distractions is out the way. People are starting to take some inventory on what they've done with their life. That's what's going on. It's like, I've been wasting time. The party's been my distraction. New Year's, Christmas. But with my traditions taken away, what have we actually built for the kingdom to come? What have we done to connect with the Almighty so that even if this stuff fall, guess what? I'm flowing as if it never happened. And for you brothers and sisters, okay? For you brothers and sisters out there who unplugged a long time ago, all right? Think about it. You've been with saying Christmas, Easter, we should be dealing with none of this stuff, that these aren't the Most High's holy days, right? To you, it's not a big deal. You're not missing it. We're not missing anything. We don't feel like we're missing anything because the Most High prepared us for this moment. He transitioned us. Of course, I have to, give you one clip to show you how the devil been telling us all the time what they were prepared to do. And I'm going to use that as the catalyst for this, as a talking point. That will be the catalyst for our conversations going forward with how we will endure into the end, what steps we will take to endure, not a New Year resolution, no, a kingdom resolution is what we're opening up for today. And you know what? I'm happy because the Bible tells us, hey, the Bible tells us, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And the Most High God seen this number and seen this time. And those who understand the Bible is rejoicing with the changing of arms. That's right. We came out of our mother's womb, Rebecca's womb, holding our brother Esau's heel. Okay? What did that signify? That the end of Esau's world would be the beginning of ours. And he would use Jacob to pull Esau down. So I know it's not pretty, the transition and all the attacks and the soft targets they're destroying and coming after us sideways through the media and all that. I know it doesn't feel good to know that we cannot trust the powers that be. I know it doesn't feel good to know that, well, you know what? They're attacking our soft targets. They're attacking the elderly. They're attacking the young. I know it doesn't feel good. But folks, ye that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Christ endured the cross, knowing the outcome. For that sacrifice would be what? The kingdom of heaven. He was looking well beyond the cross. He was looking well beyond the tribulation, the rebuking, the lying, and all the things that was happening, his attacks, because what? His eyes was on the kingdom the whole time. His eyes were on the kingdom. So we're here to secure our kingdom family and say, you know what? Let the world panic. We're going to be stable like on that ship like Christ was during the storm. When the disciples saying, well, hold up, these storms are going to kill us. Christ says, listen, if I'm not worried, you should worry. I was sleeping. You should have slept next to me. And Christ looked up and he moved, because the angels are at the behest of his orders. And he moved the storm away. You know what I mean? And the disciples looking at him, he's like, listen, that was a test, disciples. When the storm is happening, not to panic. If you don't see me panicking, you are not to panic. Okay? Real leaders who are secure in the Almighty never panics. Let me read this real quick. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm not going to be long because this time is yours. And Elder Lawyer is setting up the line 712-451-0950. 0439. While the world cannot give out their resolutions right now in this uncertain climate, you're able to give that's right, your kingdom. What do we want to call this, right? Your endurance resolution. Your kingdom endurance resolution. That beyond this. Okay. I see this thing ain't playing. It might not go back the way it used to be. That's fine. Here's my kingdom resolution. Next is New Year crack. This is what I'm going to do going forward to be better for the Almighty, to make it to the kingdom to come, seeing that the Most High has began to implode Esau's kingdom. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. There's so much I want to talk about this evening. I got Elder Gabar. Let me pull Elder Gabar in real quick, just to have him here with me real quick. Elder Gabar, how are you doing, my brother?
How we doing, Elder? I'm coming in clear?
Oh, yeah, you're nice and clear. All praises be to the Most High. You well?
All praises, all praises. You know, just getting ready for the winter, and the winter's definitely here. And, you know, it's just the Feast of Dedication. You know, the whole spirit of the Feast of Dedication, to rededicate your temple back to the Most High. So in the winter, you know, you always have this mindset of at least getting ready, because, you know, our New Year starts in springtime. So, you know, when you come into these times, usually starts with me during the time of dedication. It's like, okay, I have to rededicate my temple back to the Father, or continue to dedicate my temple to the Father, and get ready for the summer, the spring, and things of that nature. So there's something about the winter that kind of gives you the opportunity to reflect, because it's cold out there, that you most usually stay home. And so these are the times sometimes that Satan will get you, you know, especially when you're doing this walk and then everybody's off today, and, you know, the family are upset at you because you didn't go to the New Year's party last night, or, you know, they still angry at you over Christmas, you know, an issue. So this is time to, you know, for you to reflect and not to get depressed, so to speak. Because you feel like, you know, you're not part of the global system. You plugged out, but, you know, sometimes, you know, that could get to you. These are times it usually gets you the most. You start reflecting more, because you're in the winter, you know, there's nothing else to do. Everything is closed. It's just, you know, so it is, you know, seek on and look forward towards the holy feast days. You know, we got Purim coming up. You know, of course, you got to that Passover, and spring comes up, and things of that nature. So that's where these people should be at their mindset, not in their thoughts, and, you know, diving into some form of depression, or, you know, reflecting and maybe, you know, second guessing themselves. So, but I think it's a profound idea that, you know, so, you know what, let's just come on today and just talk to the people, because who knows, people may be going through something. You know, usually through the holidays, that's when you get the most arguments, the fights. I think there is a thing that suicides, you know, comes up on the holidays, especially people that don't have any family. You know, so I think it will be naive for us to think that those things would not affect us or affect our members. So, you know, I think how people just talk to us and say, hey, what they're going through. So, you know, I think it's a timely show.
And Gabar, on that, and those some great points, because usually this time people start reflecting on their life. They start going into, I don't have no family, I'm alone, and whatever the case is, or even in the truth, like Satan is trying to make it where we can't gather like we would normally do. But, you know, irregardless of that, we're opening this thing up where even the brothers and sisters who had a gathering in the area, and at that time we were dismantling things because we didn't know whether or not we could do things in certain areas. Guess what, folks? Don't worry about it. You brothers and sisters in those other areas, we're setting up your gatherings in your respective areas. I had the meeting. I told the elders to go looking into a place. We're going to gather. We're just going to gather, you know, with some level of intelligence. Being wise as serpents, harmless as doves. So what I'm saying is, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters out there, that we're going to keep in mind, when it comes to the money that's sent into the church, it goes into the regional areas for your church, okay? The elders don't touch the church money. That's the church's money, okay? And I have to emphasize that whatever you send that goes into your region, it will go towards us paying down on a building so you can gather, okay? And everything is on record, okay? So don't worry about it. If you are in the church, that bottom one where it says tithes and offerings where you didn't have a gathering, $ gather 144 GOCC. That goes directly into the church's account, and we pay all the bills out of your region. That has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with the bills being paid in your respective areas. So if you want to make sure to assure that we can go and put the money down on these places, now that we have now decided as elders in our meeting to open things back up for you, that's the number to do it right there. That bottom one, if you have Cash App, put your name there with your location, and we'll put it in that account for your area. So when we go there, we'll set up. That's right. We'll find the building and set it up for you with the elder there. Don't worry about it. Or the deacon we have set up there. We're not going to stop gathering, and we're not going to stop praising the Most High because the devil is doing what the devil does. The Bible says that we cannot forsake the assembling, and there's a separation between church and state, and we're going to exercise our religious right to praise our God right out. And because I'm putting this out there because some brothers and sisters didn't know that bottom Cash App there was strictly for church members who don't have a place to gather, who used to gather. So I wanted to emphasize that. Or if you don't have Cash App, that's okay. Go to gatheringofchrist.org. Okay? Go to gatheringofchrist.org, and you will see the tab for tithes, offerings. Just tab into your location with your name, and it'll show you the other options to put your money there so that we can have a place to gather, okay? We'll come there, we'll take what's in that, and we'll make a place for gathering, all right? Now, the other thing I wanted to point out real quick, right? The other thing I wanted to talk about, Elder Gabar, because, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I wanted to put it out there because first and foremost, I want to thank all the brothers and sisters, all of you out there, and even those who didn't reach out, who have me in prayer. Man, Elder Gabar, I received a overwhelming, I was inundated, inundated with information, with concerns after I put out there about the family attack and things of that nature. I mean, I sat with you and the elders the night for the broadcast. But man, you never know how much people really care and love for you until they feel you're threatened, right? Or they feel you're in danger. Yeah. Man, so many brothers and sisters, man, God just popped out of nowhere. Other people, brothers and sisters that I didn't think that I haven't heard from years, was calling my phone up like, Elder, if you want to, we can come stand out in front, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, right. And I'm like, you know what? Praise the Most High.
Yeah. I mean, when people don't understand, man, that we are family, and then when you have a family as the size of this church and with the dedication, you attack one of us, you attack us all. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing to see that see that and that response, and people say, and we're ready to defend the church, the elders, and the family. Because you're right, these people that do these things don't know the damage it causes, because they may just want to do something as a ha-ha moment, but they don't know, once you put that in the ethos, who knows who's watching, the crazy person, they were just getting that information just to cause some harm, to start people. And
that's a good point, Elder Gabar. And I wanted to make it straight. I don't live in no $700,000 mansion.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make that clear. That's first and foremost. Okay. That's a lie. And you know what? And guess what? And if I did, that would be my business.
Right.
Okay.
And more importantly,
Let me make it clear. Make it clear. Because I don't take the church's money to do slushing and do my own thing. I don't work like that. Okay.
Right.
Because I don't know anyone that lives in any place, okay, that has a value on their home that they go to the bank and say, here's that amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just because where you're living at is worth something doesn't mean you have the money to pay for that.
Right.
All right. So Gabar, let me put this and I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
Because common sense would tell you when I came back into the United States, right? I was paying with me, Shapat, and others living, and I don't have to share this, but I'm going to say it, in the same place. For all the people, I was paying Esau. I was paying a Jewish guy who owned the place. Together, we put our money in, and we were paying around $4,000 a month. Mm-hmm. Money that was going into a hole right into Amalek's pocket. So if I can pay a fraction of that on a mortgage or something like that, mm-hmm. where even if I go, my family or someone would have opportunity to have equity to do something, then that would be the advantageous. That would be the intelligent thing to do than to just rent and give money to Amalek anyway. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but you get people who are looking for something and try to blame. Listen, I don't have no money to be able to roll like that. But hey, I do have some credit. And I will use it instead of giving it to Amalek. See, but I shouldn't have to say that. I shouldn't have to say that. You understand? Because why? Brothers and sisters don't even know this. And I'm going to put this out there. Even when I came back, they said, well, hold up. We don't have no record of years of working here. So you're going to need at least 2 years of line of credit to even get anything.
Yeah.
And guess what? I was working, not the church. I was working while I was in other countries. Mm-hmm. So people don't even realize that I have other business outside of the church. I don't live off of the church.
Right.
So let me make that clear. Okay. So,
yeah,
but check it out, Gabar.
You didn't know that.
Yeah. But check it out. If I was, that isn't illegal. Okay?
Exactly.
Because even the Bible says you cannot muzzle the ox that treadeth the corn.
Exactly.
If I'm the one who helped found it and work every day to keep something going, should I not be nourished and my family benefit from the works of my hands? See, and see, you got carnal people, and I'll say this, Elder Gabar. Another thing. Check this out. People talk about Esau. But not one Edomite would hate me so much, and I don't even know these people, that they would look into things to try to find out personal things about me, to put it online so that others can come in and harm my family and my grandbabies. Mm-hmm. So you want to talk about Esau all you want. This is a black woman. Now, I know all black women aren't like this. This is a black woman. Calculating, folks. Think about this. Because you don't put something out there in the ether like that, like you mentioned, Gabar, and not know the drawbacks and the negatives that can come from it with someone coming to my house. Don't forget, I get all types of threats in the email from people I don't even know. And that comes with, and guess what? I can deal with that being public. Just because I tell the truth about different doctrines and all that, you got people from other groups and all that who say when they'll see me, they'll do this, they'll do that. Now, let me make it clear. I don't fear anyone coming into my house because, hey, the police will have to come get you.
Right.
Listen, and that's after you already in that light. You are doing in that light, and the angels are, it depends on which side you're on. If you're coming to do something to me, you're probably on the wrong side of things anyway.
Right.
So you're already in that light while the police is on its way going into your 7-day habitation. So it's not that I care too much about someone threatening me coming to I'm prepared to defend myself. But I need you to think about this, brothers and sisters. when you do something like this, you know that you're threatening the lives of other people. You know that. You have the full understanding of it when you do it. Now, Gabar, I'm going to let you in, right? So it's like this. It's deep, Elder Gabar. And after this, I'm not going to say anything about it. You know what this is? Yeah. Uh-huh. This is the police report. Right? Now check this out. And I told them because I'm public, and now they people know I'm public. I can't go out and sit and eat. I go and sit and eat. And one brother just came out of nowhere and saying, Elder Ricard, so I'm public, right? So I know what comes with it. Mm-hmm. I was driving in a car, and one brother seen me driving in a car, and we on the road in Philadelphia. He busts a U-turn and began to follow me all through the streets when Shapat was in the car. And Shapat says, I think someone is following us. So I go pull over, and guess what? It's a brother looking at me, and he grabbed me and hugged me. Shapat ready to rush him, Gabar. And the brother hugs me and say, Elder Ricard, I didn't know you were back in the country, man. I'm like, bro, you good? And he had one of the teardrops. I could tell he was in prison. He had one of those teardrops on his face. He used to be Muslim.
Right.
And he said, brother, you changed my life. Shapat was looking at him like, yo, this dude was following us in West Philly for about 15 minutes. And I started going in different areas and all that to see. And his car was still bothering. I'm like, okay, we're going to have to take care of some physical business. And then, I'll take care of some physical business first, and then it'll become spiritual. I'll pray over you. But anyway, Shapat gets out of the car, and the brother comes up, and I'm like, Shapat, it's cool. And the brother hugs me like he know me. Right? So this is what I had to do. Because if someone would look into things, whether it's correct or not, whether they think it's right or not, right, to go to the lengths of putting my address and my family out there, they know it's to harm me. So right. Check it out. So I go to the police because guess what? I pay my taxes. I pay for them. They're public servants. Mm-hmm. And when I went to them and spoke with them, we pulled up the websites and all that. And he was like, and the guy was looking, Gabar, he was like, how long have she been doing this? And he says, do you know her? I said, sir, 10 years ago, I was teaching the Bible at the request of her at her mother's home. I haven't seen this woman since. I don't even know her. And he says, how long? He says, you should have been reported this. He said, you should have been reported this. Mm-hmm. So, and then I was able to reach another brother who's over there. Okay. And the brother came out and said right out that this woman been telling people that me and her were engaged to be married. And it's all in the report.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I got the brother. The brother he says, everyone over there with this woman, she tells them, she got some people over there saying, don't worry, you can come over because me and Elder Ricard is going to be married anyway. We're keeping it secret and all that. So you should see me, I'm talking to this officer. Then they got another guy to come into the room. Gabar. And this guy was like, so you don't know this woman like that. She think you're married and she's looking into your family. Now, my son is a high-ranking officer in New Jersey with a criminal law degree. Mm. So someone else comes in the room. So we got all these websites pulled up that she has. And he was like, did you know all this? Da, da, da. I'm like, listen, I teach the Bible, sir. That's what I do. I'm public. I can defend myself. And I said it just like I can defend myself. But I didn't know all this stuff was out there like that.
Yeah.
And so, boom, he says, don't worry about it. He says, we deal with this all the time. And he says, here's the paperwork, right? Here it is. He says, we deal with this all the time. I ain't going to put it all. Here it is. He gave me a copy of the report. And He got the sites, he got the links, everything. And now it's become an international crime. It's an international crime.
Yeah, because
So-
a lot of people don't know that if you're in a different country, and then that country has a special agreement with the United States, which a lot of countries do,
Yeah.
extradites you if you're a citizen, you commit a certain crime, or you will have a warrant if you do land back here.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. So people got to be careful. Just because they're overseas, the thing that they could do and say whatever they want, you can still get sued, and depending on whatever agreement they may have with that country,
Yeah.
they can extradite you. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what we have is we have stalking charges, and there's a threat doxing charges, and because she's doing it overseas, it's really it's an international federal offense.
Right.
And guess what? They got her links, they got all that. Her IP, everything will be looked into. And you know what I did? You know what? And check this out. Even the police looked at me and said, "Sir, you keep on doing what you're doing. You understand?" He says, he says, right now there's uncertain times, this, that, and the other. He had his mask down to here. I got my shield on. I'm not wearing that crap.
Right.
And he says, just keep doing what you're doing. He says, we're in uncertain times, and we're in a time, in which we need God. He said, if you are a man of God and you teaching that Bible, he looked me straight in the face. And he says, you keep on, we'll take care of this. Because someone that would think that they were married to you, and I'm like, no telling what she's thinking. So he
Right.
said, so it can be to a point where who knows what she can do. So you think I want to pay attention to this right now with everything going in the earth? But the look this guy had in his eyes, Gabar, assured me that he's going to make this the bane of his existence. It was a man that was higher than the guy I originally talked to. He says, listen, don't worry about it. We know your son, da-da-da-da-da. We'll take this up. You go do what you do, and let us do what we do. He says, because this is beyond country lines. This is an international crime. And on top of that, if she puts something out there, she's not just threatening your home. She's threatening anyone that can be in proximity of that home.
Yeah.
And she don't care the outcome. He says, we've dealt with people like this, and guess what? It's sociopathic. It's a sociopath. So I thank the Most High. I paid my taxes, so I'm gonna let the tax money work. Go ahead, Gabar. I'm sorry.
Amen, Elder. Yeah, I mean, it's just a sad scenario. It's just because I remember she calling me about 7 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, talking about you're a clone, or what was it she was saying? And I realized who she was after like maybe 10 seconds. I was like, listen, sister, what you need to get some help.
Yeah.
God, get some help, sister.
Okay, I had to change my microphone up a little bit. I hope they can hear me better now. But Elder Gabar, yeah. So
yeah, it's sad. Thing is, although she's mentally ill,
yeah,
we don't get on this, because it's always one of those things that when the worst happen, then we'll be Monday night quarterbacking saying, we had all the signs, we should have done this, crazy people just do crazy things.
Yeah.
And definitely unresponsible things. So sometimes we have to just, me, Elder, I've been telling you for years, and you were like, but now your family's getting involved or your family's being affected. Then something has to be done.
Yeah. It has gone way beyond cyber stalking and someone saying I'm CIA and lawyer CIA. You said she called you 7 years ago and told you I was a clone. And
yeah.
I mean, it's some weird stuff going on. So if she would go to the point where she start looking into my family that's in Jersey and all that, and I'm like, and she's overseas, she's in Jordan.
Yeah.
And here's the whole point when it even comes to that. How do you know she know that this is totally evil and crossing the line? Because she wouldn't put out her address publicly for anyone else to get that.
Right.
You understand? She wouldn't do that. Why? In fear that someone may come and do something to her. So You know what? I feel real good that the Most High has it. That's number one. And I feel real good that now I believe the police is going to do what they do in connection with that brother that's over there to help do what maybe the Most High is doing this to actually shut it down, Gabar, because you have to realize the only reason I've been putting it out there every 5 years is because I know somebody who went over there thinking it's one thing that we were attached to it.
Yeah.
That end up having a bad way and their families all jammed up over there. So so often I'll put out there, she won't change her name. She want to say GOC and Gathering of Christ Church. She won't change it. So I would have to make disclaimers every 5 years to tell people I don't know this woman.
Yeah.
See, so maybe this is the way the Most High is going to do what he have to do with it. Okay, so,
Yeah.
But that ain't what I want to talk about. I'm going to jump in, Elder Gabar.
Yes,
Here
sir.
it is. You can put it on hold real quick, Gabar, because I'm going to bring you back because I know you have some announcements. You can put your mic on mute, and I have a video to show, all right? But before I do the video, I would like to say thank you all, brothers and sisters, for sacrificing your time to enjoy this day with us, even though the world is crumbling to hell. We thank you, and guess what? We're gracious and grateful for all your support, your prayers, and I really appreciate the outpour of support I've seen within the last couple of days. It's good to know that when you put out a work and you do something for the Most High, that it's not in vain. So even though I'm not worried about it, I wasn't worried about it from the beginning. The original thing I did because I was advised to do it before I sit down with the authorities again. I was advised to put it out there public. Okay? So that, and I made that video, that attack on my family, and I made it private so that the authorities can have that video as evidence. And then I did the report and we did everything. I followed everything that they told me to do so that me and my family would be safe. All right. So even me coming before y'all that day was the advice of the authorities. Okay. So y'all don't have to worry about it. I'm shielded by the Almighty, the angels, and I'm protected. And guess what? Even Esau's component is working for us. So don't worry about it. I'm fine. But let me read this real quick. All right. Now, let me read this. Matthew 7:24 reads. All this is good. Yeah. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man who built, listen to this clearly now. I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. So it doesn't matter what comes and try to hit and discourage and beat you down. If your foundation is on Christ, the storm will come, you'll take all that, and guess what? You'll still be standing, doing your purpose for the Almighty. This is what Christ was talking about. Storm is gonna come. And we're in a storm right now. The world is uncertain of this storm doing it. Okay? But we're totally cool through the whole thing, knowing our God's hand is in it. We just have to, as a people, abstain from sin and come back under the hedge of the Almighty. That's a simple ask by the Most High. Now listen to this. 25, Matthew 7:25. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And we know that rock is Peter's ministry. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So if you stand on Christ, it doesn't matter. You're going to be attacked by the devil. He's going to send every agent. It doesn't matter what color the person is. It could be a man, woman, whatever the case is, to beat against you, to do what? To discourage your work. So I don't, brothers and sisters, being a teacher of the Most High in this time, I don't expect anything less than attacks. When you are putting a dent in God's kingdom by bringing forth the truth, expect attacks. It comes with the territory. But guess what? If you're standing on that rock, guess what, folks? You are hard like flint, because seeing the end of your works, seeing the glory that comes with you standing against adversity. I wouldn't expect Satan to do anything different but to send every agent he have to try to discourage the work. But even when I was being attacked and all those other things, guess what? I wasn't sitting in some corner crying and no. I was there before you all. That's right. Wednesday night, dropping the truth, exposing what the enemy's doing. So the more I'm attacked, guess what? I will attack twice as hard. You hit me, it'll try to come against me and my family. I'll just do more study and I'll read more books and I'll free more people. That's my response to adversity. You hit me, I hit back twice as hard with the Spirit of the Almighty and the heavens behind me. Okay? Now, what's going on? You know what? Someone said, and that is a good idea. I'm in Matthew 7 and 24. 7 and 24 down to 27. I'll tell you what, starting the next broadcast, I'm going to have something. Because keep in mind, folks, I don't prepare these scriptures before my lesson. I could have them prepared and script out to put in, but I break down what the Spirit, how the Spirit give me utterance at the time to bring clarity and edifying to whatever the subject matter or whatever comes to mind through the Holy Spirit. But I think we can do that. I'm going to talk to AC and see what we can do about having something in which if I quote a scripture, immediately I can put it on the screen. It should be an easy fix with the new programs you have helped me acquire, like OBS and others and all that. The stuff you send, I try to update the technology and all that. As you see, I got a new mic. Gabar told me about a new mixer I have here. So the least I can do is have it where the scriptures are in front of us when I mention a verse. So I'm going to make that happen, and thank you for that. I'm going to do that. It been to my mind, it escaped me, but yes, we'll do that. Elder Gabar, I'm about to play a video now. Elder Gabar, let me set it up.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to play a video, Elder Gabar, that actually highlights and dovetail everything that's going on right now. Everything that's going on right now, Elder Gabar. Now, you may need to listen to this on a separate device on mute if you want to see it. But there was a TV show that was called Utopia. There was a TV show that was called Utopia years ago.
I remember that show.
And one guy at the very end explained the reason for the vaccines within this particular episode. I need you all to hear this, folks. It's going to blow you away. TV show Utopia.
I think I saw I remember that. Yep, yep. It was about this guy here. I forgot the actor's name. He's showing on the screen.
Yeah.
And he, what was it? I think he was like a guru or something.
A geek.
But he kind of behind the scene was manipulating society. Absolutely, I remember that. It was a good show.
Brothers and sisters, Elder Gabar, attend your ears to this. See, and this is why the enemy sent his agents, these Satanists and these evildoers and all that, to attack, because I will not relent. So he'll stir up the devil and all those who are controlled by them to attack. This is why, because, with the network of the brothers and sisters who's in this body, who loves the work and see the progression and how it's showing our people that we can be amongst ourselves. We can be dependent on one another, that we can be self-sufficient. And check this out, Gabar. And I wanted to put this out there. People put out that I got this and I got that. It's a shame, and I'm going to go into this in slavery. It's a shame how our people look to tear down a black man that show any level of similitude of success. Folks, that is a trained behavior. Because black people weren't supposed to show that they can succeed in captivity.
That's true.
So if